Have you ever wondered what truly works when quitting smoking? Well, science has answers, and today I'm going to break down the evidence-based strategies that actually make a difference. The first evidence-based tip is to have a clear plan. So, when it comes to goal setting in general, having a step-by-step plan is shown to be far more associated with actually achieving that goal. Okay, when it comes to quitting smoking, the way this looks like is having milestones that you want to hit, right? In terms of, I want to be at a certain number of cigarettes at a certain date and having clear ways of dealing with high risk situations. This can also be dealing with specific triggers in certain ways, right? If you know that socializing is a big trigger, then having a plan on how you're going to deal with the social event and this could be telling your friends beforehand, or this could be using certain coping skills or making sure that you don't consume alcohol at that social event, whatever it might be for you. Having a clear plan in place is far more associated with actually achieving a goal than just going in there blind, so to speak. Another evidence-based tip is to share your goal with your family and friends. Have your goal be open to the people around you. This is a big and powerful tool that you can use, and it's very easy, right? All you have to do is tell the people around you that you're planning on quitting. This adds pressure to actually be able to complete the goal in a positive way. So go ahead and tell your family and friends that you're wanting to quit smoking and have them support you. The third evidence-based tip is to focus on the positives and the rewards of quitting smoking. Focus on the benefits like increased energy levels, improved health, saving money, right? So if you perceive quitting smoking as a loss, then of course a part of you is not going to want to quit. But really understand and even write down all of the positives. Why do you want to quit? What is the main positives and rewards that you'll get from quitting, right? Everybody's going to have their own unique reason. So really think about it. For some people, it might be completely the monetary reason. That's totally fine. And on top of finding the positives and the rewards of quitting smoking and really focusing your attention on those positives and benefits, you can also start setting rewards for achieving certain milestones, right? So 1 month completely off cigarettes, what are you going to do to reward yourself? There's something to look forward to. You can even use the money that you would have spent on cigarettes as a reward for quitting. So 1 month, maybe you save a certain amount of money and you can use that to treat yourself. And a year could be an even bigger reward for yourself. Alongside that evidence-based tip of focusing on rewards is another evidence-based tip where not only do you understand and write down what the rewards are and the benefits of quitting, you start to fantasize about them. You use your mind to imagine the benefits of quitting smoking. Just really use your mind to imagine having more energy, being more wealthy because you're saving so much money. And so you use your imagination to focus your attention on the benefits and really visualize them in clear detail. Alongside this, you can think about what obstacles might come up. So you might, again, going with a social example, you might, see that as an obstacle, right? You get invited to an event that you normally would have smoked in the past, and then you can use your imagination to see yourself overcoming these obstacles, right? What will you do in that situation? Or maybe a high stress situation comes up, and that's a trigger for you. So you can use your mind to imagine overcoming this obstacle, right? Handling the stressful event without smoking. Or maybe, there's a specific time that acts like a trigger, like your morning coffee. That's going to be tough to overcome, or a break at work, whatever it might be, that usually would trigger the smoking behavior. You can imagine yourself overcoming this obstacle. And so you can use your mind to be in your favor. Another evidence-based tip is to act as if. So the study showed that the participants in the study were given, at least half of the participants were given fake but bad news of lung cancer, right? So they had somebody come in dressed as a doctor and give them a diagnosis of lung cancer. It was fake. The participants knew that it was fake. And yet even knowing that it was fake, they started to, they were told to act as if that news was real and quit smoking as a result of the, quote unquote news of lung cancer. And what ended up happening is even though they knew it was fake, they were acting as if it was real, and they ended up cutting down significant amount of cigarettes that they would have smoked usually. So as opposed to the control group that were just asked to cut down cigarettes, the group that was acting as if they got bad news were much more, they cut down much more cigarettes than the control group. So that's another tip that you can use is to act as if you got terrible news and quit smoking as a result of that news. Another evidence-based tip is to, and I already touched upon this in some of the other ones, is to write down your goals. So write down your goals, where you want to be, the rewards that you'll use, and so forth. So the power of journaling, which is heavily documented as a tool in all kinds of different areas, in smoking is also a very useful tool. So write down what your goals are for smoking, the rewards, the benefits of being a non-smoker, and go from there. Just keep a detailed journal because it can really help you along the way. Last but not least, the last emotion, Last but not least, the final evidence-based tool, again, touched on earlier, is to understand your high-risk situation, your emotional triggers to smoking, whether that be breaks or stress or certain times of day. Whatever that is, write it down in your journal, understand what your high-risk situations are, and have a plan on how to deal with them. So that could be your morning coffee or stress or breaks or it doesn't really matter what it is specifically for you, but really look at what are the significant emotional triggers to smoking, write them down, and have a plan, right? Whether it be using specific coping skills, certain breathing techniques, or relaxation techniques to handle stress more effectively, or it could be telling certain people at certain social events that will be there to help keep you from smoking, whether it be, finding another place to take a break so the environment is different and it won't trigger the smoking pattern. These are just examples on how you can start to find out what your emotional triggers are and find better and healthier ways of coping with them. Quitting smoking isn't just about breaking a habit. It's about building a new lifestyle that's backed by science. So go ahead and start creating your plan now. Share your goals with your family and friends. Visualize all the benefits of being a non-smoker and understand your emotional triggers. If this was a helpful video for you, hit the subscribe button and I will be releasing videos every single day on how to break out of that smoking habit one step at a time.